YouTube, what's going on? It's the Solution for Solution for Kicks on Instagram as well. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Also, like or dislike. I'm cool with that. All right. That's all about growth production, but we're not going to get into that how to help me type of rant right there. But today's video is a little something different. I have done this before, but it's been a while. It's going to be a upcoming sneaker preview, and yeah, we got some interesting ones on here from various makers and brands and sub brands. So the first one we're going to get on is the Greek Freak, but they're giving this man a sneaker, rightfully so. Rightfully so. He's not getting a PE. He's actually getting a signature sneaker from Nike. It's kind of, I'm looking at it on the screen right now, and you're going to see it as well. It's kind of hyper boosters. This reverse swoosh thing I think is pretty cool, but the sneaker does not jump out at you and say, ooh, I need to get those. I see this sneaker more as a high school team, college team type of colorway, if you will, or somebody that's just going to play a little street ball or indoor ball, if you will. And these are coming up pretty soon. Does he deserve the sneaker?
Sabonis, right down the middle. Oh! Greek Freak! Right down Broadway or Flatbush.
How do you stop that?
Yes, I do. He's a very exciting player. He has a lot of viewing power. So yes, he does deserve a sneaker. He's one of the rising superstars in the NBA. So shout out to the Greek Freak for getting your sneaker. Cool dude, by the way, as well. Like his whole energy on camera and how he carries himself. But moving right along is the LeBron CTK Christ the King. This particular sneaker is inspired by the colorway of Christ the King in Queens, New York school. It's a high school in Queens, New York. And I think it's pretty dope that they're doing this. I like the colorway, not a big fan of the sneaker. The sneaker kind of looks like a, I think I should put the sneaker up there. It reminds me of a pair of my Kenneth Cole designer sneakers. It does, with the strappings on the side and the loops. It's kind of got that designer, I'm a sneaker, kind of Aldo-ish look to me. I do think it's a good concept in the colorway of the shoe, but I'm not quite sold on the shoe. I mean, the gum bottom on there is pretty dope. You want to get into the gum bottom. I think it's a sneaker that's going to grow on me, but height-wise, some people are going to chase after this. I hope it's limited. I do. I think this should be kind of one of those, yeah, I remember seeing those, but I didn't get those. So, moving right along. Next up is the first run of the Jordan 1 swoosh pack. I love ones. A lot of you know that I have quite a few. And I think these are pretty dope. We got one dropping on 1 September. And I'm not sure how these going to sell. The material looks pretty good. You know, the coloring and stuff like that. The sail kind of tannish, if you will. Then you have the olive with the white Nike on the mid panel. Then you have an orange one as well. I'm going to bring those up so you can take a look at those. I think these are going to sell. I haven't heard much about these, so these aren't hyped at all. No one's dropping videos. I've seen people diss the sneaker already, but no one's dropping videos like, ooh, I got to get these. I will say I've been really critical of Nike and Jordan brand with some of the timing of their releases. I think some sneakers just go well during certain times of the year because of the colors fitted. But I've seen some sneakers drop at weird times and they don't fit, so they wind up being available a little bit too, longer than they normally would be. But that's just my opinion. So moving right on to the next iteration. So here you have the olive version of the swoosh pack, and I like these. I'm a bit of a sucker for olive. That is a color that's near and dear to me due to my background. Dookie green, as we say back in Baltimore. But that white splash in there in the panel with the Nike in there sets the sneaker off. I think this is the one that people are going to be really checking for out of the three that were coming out. And this third one, I don't know. I think it's a little bit too late in the year for this one. And like I said, the timing of Nike and Jordan brand with some of these colorways, it makes me scratch my head. I'm like, if you're really trying to make money, I'm not sure who's at the marketing table when they come up with the concept and they're aware, or you got somebody really watching social media and hearing what we're saying. saying, hey, these colors work really well, so let's make them available during this time of the year so people would be more apt to grab them instead of having a really bright sneaker in October. Come on, Nike, Jordan Brand. Let's get into the reality of it. I get it. There's manufacturing times and we can get stuff in production, but trust me, you can do this because the way you cranked out so many of certain sneakers and left us scratching our head. So let's look at the next color. Here is this kind of peachy orange looking deal, the swoosh pack, and like I said, these are a little bit too late. These are right on the heels of fall. And depending where you live, it might already be a little brisk going on this time of the year or moving into the 70s. And I think the sneaker is just too bright for the time it's going to be available for purchase. So had this dropped in July, June, or May, yeah. But when they do packs, they drop them all at once. I get it. But can you pulse a pack? I think you should to build up the hype of the next one being released. That's just my opinion. Instead of flooding the market with a sneaker and hope that, oh, I couldn't get this one, so I'll get that one, and you still make a profit. I understand it's business, but the reality of the buyer is what's going to really keep you in touch with what the consumer wants and say, yeah, we want this sneaker. But I think it's cool. I think women are going to want this one a little more than men, even though it's later in the year. I think women will go after this one. I could see some women in the shoe more so than a man. Not saying it's not a colorway for a man. I could see women wearing this besides men. But I think it's a little bit too late in the season for this one to be dropping. So we're going to move to the next sneaker. Speaking of the over-flaxification of sneakers by Nike and Jordan Brand. Now, I will admit, this sneaker right here is kind of right on time. Right before right before fall sneaks in and gets rolling, you have basically an energy drink for the Jordan 32. The Jordan 32 is kind of a middling Jordan release. I don't think the 31s and the 32s are really going to gain traction until maybe 5-10 years from now, where people are really going to appreciate the sneaker. There's a lot of groundbreaking technology in these, as far as the fly knit, battle weave, whatever they're calling it, and the zoom cushioning that they put on it. Even though zoom is not new to Jordan releases, but as far as a sneaker, and this is what I call one of those techno sneakers where it's designed for balling. This sneaker does not suit my foot well. This is an extra snug sneaker. I have to go all the way up to a size 10, and they look really long on my feet. I've tried to purchase at least 3 pairs of these and they have not worked out for me. But let's talk about this colorway. I love this Harvest Baroque Gold Wheat, whatever they're calling it, and I think it kind of works on this sneaker. I think this sneaker is going to be low-key appreciated later on, and it might do a little selling, or it could be outlet bait. It just depends on how people feel about, you know, the time of the year sneaker, if you will. I think what it really would have helped it if they had kind of put some tan in that milky white sole. Jordan Brand. Can we stay away from that, because that is just yellowing. But then again, when this turns yellow, it might look all right. So let's see. Let's see. I would love to see these sneakers in about 4 years and see how that aging process does to the sole on this. But I would like to see a little bit more gold, a little beige or tan or wheat in that outer sole. Jordan 32, low, wheat. I didn't think they were going to do this again. Because they didn't do really well last year. And you remember my video from a couple of videos back. Here we go with another interesting collaboration, but not too bad. They're trying to build some hype for these because of the collaboration, and I'm a little pardon me for not doing a whole lot of research on this sneaker, because my apathy towards it didn't allow me to. And I read a lot of stuff. I don't have a problem doing research, but we're just going. Matter of fact, I'm going to do like most of you do. I'm going to do a blind opinion on this sneaker, blind pictorial review of this sneaker. This is the Jordan 3 Vogue collaboration. The AWOK or AWOK is what they call it, and I believe there's 2 of these, if I'm not mistaken. These are interesting. They don't look bad though. This is a sneaker I need to see in hand because of the materials. I really need to see this sneaker in hand and see where they're going with this. And it's Vogue magazine, believe it or not. Don't know the correlation with that, but a very interesting collaboration. Like I said, we're basically flooding the market with all kinds of collabos right now. Of course, you had the Off-White, which is just jumping off the charts. You got the Para, Justin Timberlake, and things like that. But I think it's because the hype likes that, the hype culture likes that, the streetwear culture likes that. I think they're kind of put out as much product as possible to see what catches. But I wouldn't be shocked unless these are limited. These making it to the outlets, all right, or is limited release. Like, I'm just pulling pictures from here and giving you my opinion on it, not what some website is saying. Just my opinion as an OG sneakerhead. But let's look at the second sneaker. So you look at this one, and it's got some red hits in there in the black, and it's basically the alternate of what we just saw in the other sneaker with the red in it. Not a bad looking sneaker, but I think this is more of in each his own. Not sure about this. It's got the Vogue on the hang tag instead of the the Nike Air or the Jordan Jumpman hang tag. I'm not sure. Hopefully these are limited. Let's move on. Oh yeah, I've been waiting on this sneaker right here to talk about this. The early look thing. I like for people to show early looks on sneakers within reason. Let's talk about the sneaker. But this is the International Flight Jordan 12. I really like this sneaker just from looking at the reviews on it. I've also seen an unauthorized review, so I'm not sure detail-wise what they were going with that, but just to say this is basically the concept of the sneaker. And this person actually said these are UAs. They say it in their video, so I appreciate you for that. They don't try to mislead anybody. But I like this one. I actually have the Jordan 3. A lot of people don't like the Jordan 3 International Flight. I think that's a dope sleeper sneaker. They may have produced too many of them, which was the problem. And there was no hype behind it. But people were really looking forward to 12s. 12 sell really well. I think I had 4 pairs. Yeah, I have 4 pairs of 12s in my collection. The fit can be funky sometimes. It can be very stiff shoe. They're kind of hard to break in. And that white outsole is a beast. I had the 12 nylons, the Bordeaux, the cool grays, and the CP3 class of 06s. And I haven't worn those yet. I haven't worn the cool grays or the CP3s. And my nylons and my Bordeaux, I have to really scrub that sole. So that's my only knock on those. But they look really good. That suede on there and the pattern. You got the passport style colored box. The box will be a little darker, if you will, because we're really going for the true passport effect, but whatever. It's got the cool paper in there, the red hits. The sock liner looks pretty dope. Is an eye-catching appeal. The red hits on the tongue and along the heel back there are pretty dope too. And it's Japanese, okay? It's not Chinese. Mr. Skinny, love your videos, man, but it's Japanese, okay? As long as you aren't in the bed doing that podcast, I'm cool with it. Get out the bed, man. Don't do that. All right, that I want to call you the laziest sneaker YouTube ever. No diss. All right, just for you just chilling in the bed, But you went Hollywood on us now. You had your scarf on, your shades inside the house. Good sportsmanship, good showmanship. Dig it. But hey, shouts out to you on that podcast, man. Interesting stuff. As long as people stay away from the other stuff. All right, let's keep it about shoe. Next up is a Prelude, and these are dropping around September 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, September 22nd. I'm looking at it right now. The Pine Green Jordan 1s. This has been the year of the Jordan 3 and the Jordan 1. There's been so many releases on these sneakers. I'm not complaining. Some of them have been really, really good, and some have been okay. All right, and this particular one, I think it's going to sell due to the nature of the color. If you're a Boston Celtics fan, this is a sneaker for you. If somebody's a fan of black and green, this is a sneaker for you. I think it's a good good concept they came up with. And the catch with the Jordan 1 retro high release is the leather quality. But even then, that's not enough to make people really want that sneaker, because what is that? The hyper blue, true blue Jordan 1 that no one really was buying. Now you can find them for 112, and people were trying to hype them up. And the leather was really well. The leather is really good on. I'm not sure what happened with that sneaker. People just didn't want it. It was mind blowing. So now that sneaker's going for 111. I might sneak in and swoop it up and grab it for $96 with my discount. All right, but we'll see. I mean, those things are out there and available for you, and that's the way it should be. But the leather's great on it. It's just, even Mike Rich couldn't save that sneaker. Okay, and he loved them, and people still didn't do it. Now, a lot of times, that's what the bigger sneaker YouTubers are. They're influencers. Influence you to buy the sneaker. I'm not influenced by people to buy the sneaker. I'll say, okay, that's good quality. I'll go and find the sneaker myself and go, I don't like the price, or now I put them on my feet, it's not enough. Some people, they just see somebody with it, like, I gotta get them, I'm sold on it, that was enough. It's not enough for me. All right, I'm also a different type of consumer as well. But I like this pine green one. We're gonna see what it does. Hype or not, I think this is a cool sneaker to have in your collection. I really don't have too much green and black for sneaker wise. I sold my forms, I sold my top 10s, and I think I have some 94 trainers. Yeah, Farachi 94 trainer. I think that's all I have left for is a green. No, I take that back. I have a pair of green, money green and black nylon Jordan 1 mids with the white sole, which is dope. But it's the green is deeper than that, so it would make me want to get that color. I actually passed on the Emerald 11s as well. So we're gonna move on to the next sneaker that I'm really excited on. Oh boy, yeah, the Jordan 1 Court Purple. If there's any sneaker I'm going to grab in September, it's this one. I want this sneaker. People that know me, that are close to me, is near and dear, you know I want this sneaker right here. All right, this has to be in my collection. Like I said, I eased up on copping sneakers a bit, just refocusing and things like that, and just being more selective is what I like. But this is a sneaker I really like. I'm going to go after this one. 160, along with the pine green. 160. That's a good price. So that comes out to about 132ish for me, if you will. But I'm gonna do some things to drive that down even lower. Try to get this under 100. All right, because I like this sneaker. This is a dope sneaker. I have a lot of black and purple. So September 22nd, be on the lookout for this one. I don't think this will sit. I don't think it will sit because purple and black sneakers sell really well. All right, purple and black is a good contrast color. Like I said, these two releases are dependent upon the quality of the leather on the sneakers. Moving right along. Next up, I'm not a big fan of 14s. I don't own any 14s. But some of them do look really good. Pardon me. The black and gold pair in the DMP packs, love them. I've actually passed on the Thunders, and it was a pair that kept popping up in the outlets. I saw them for even $89, but I'm not a big fan. But I do like these. I like the Candy Canes. That's what I'm talking about. Sometime in September, not exact date on those, but give or take, September. I think there was a rumor these were supposed to be released earlier. They didn't drop, just like the History of Flight 6s that never dropped. But the Candy Canes are coming back, and rightfully color coded nickname, because they do look like a candy cane. You look at this sneaker, you keep like, why is he coming down? Because Martha's right there. I like these. I've always liked them, but I wasn't a big fan of 14s, and I was like, yeah, I want those. And in my opinion, after the 13s and kind of fence line with the 14s, Jordan brand started getting really into the technology side of sneakers, and that's fine, evolution and stuff like that, where they kind of threw the aesthetics out the window, where it wasn't like a cool looking sneaker anymore. It was, these are for hooping. All right, candy cane. Oh boy, September is going to be pretty much a 50-50 month for a lot of people going after Jordans, because they're bringing out the Jordan 7 lows. If there were some bad ideas with the Retro Jordan series. This is one of them, along with the 13 with the strap, the Tinker 13s. Mike Rich, props for you for trying to push that sneaker. It's going to be a no for me, dog. All right, here's another no for me. The 6s don't look bad in low top. The 5s obviously don't look bad in low tops. It's just the 13s don't look bad in low tops either, despite what people say. But these they just don't look right. They look like, you know how they don't put all the details in the like the baby girl, you know, the BG GS sneakers. They don't put all the detail in.
What are those?
They're called my sandals.
That's how these 7s look. Like they just took out details of the 7s. And 7s is a hard sell. Matter of fact, I had mine on today. I had my pure platinum 7s on. They're already cut small, you know, so I gotta wear like a smaller sock and everything in it. But now you're gonna come out with this low top. I'm not sure about these. All right, despite the colorways they're bringing out. So let's look at it. You got this one right here. Then you had this blue. The blue might make it, all right, because that's, you know, the whole Travis Scott blue thing wave. So these might make it just off that. And these yellow ones right here, or gold, whatever Nike's gonna call it. Definitely don't like those. They might be pushing this because it's more of a dark, deep yellow, you know, fall colors. But I'm not sold on these 7s. They're retailing at $140. All these are at $140, and I don't think that's enough. Expect to see these at outlets. All right, next up, the Jordan 5 PSGs. I believe these are going to be $225. It says non-applicable from Sneaker News, where I grabbed this picture from. And these remind me of the Metallics and the Supremes. These are dope. These are dope. But it does look like, hey, we got some material left over from the Metallics and the Supremes. And let's slap a 75 on here and see what happens. But I love 5s. So if this price is true, I don't know. I don't know. Of course, you know me. I never pay full retail. But if I do go after the sneaker, if it's a wide release, if it's limited, oh well, I can't get it. It's cool. I stumble across it, great. It's just a shoe to me. It's cool. But $225 is what I'm seeing from some other venues. But this picture says, you know, not applicable right now. But I'm hearing, well, not hearing. I'm seeing $225. And you comment, like, subscribe, and see what you know. Leave the comments down below if, you know, hey, the solution, don't show those ever again. Get those out of here. I don't know what those are. You know, just go in on the sneaker. All right, I'm just throwing them out there. All right, this is not on me. This is what I found and did research on and bringing them forth to you. All right, so enjoy. All right, once again, this is Solution for Kicks. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping another video. And like I always say, prime example here is not how much you paid for the sneakers. Why did you pay that much? And there's some reason on there. You're going to be asking yourself, why did I pay so much for these sneakers? Because those are going to drop. I'm out of here. Boom.
The solution.